सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
7 years later, Jungkook, Tae, Matai. Jungkook voice snapped Tae out from his world. Tae, come in, Cookie. Tae yelled, look at his hands which were filled with flour. They rushed toward the room and saw Jungkook standing in front of wardrobe. He was searching his tie in the wardrobe. Jungkook, Tae, my Jungkook was again calling Tae, but stopped when he saw Taeyong at the door. Jungkook, my tie, he asked, and Tae walked toward him. He went toward the wardrobe and was about to find when Jungkook held his hand. Tae looked at him and he smiled. Jungkook walked toward the washroom and opened the tap. He started washing his hand. Tae smiled and both come out of the washroom. Tae, here is your tie, they said. They said, and Jungkook come closer to him, bringing his neck down. Would not mind if he asked, which made Taeyong smile. My pleasure, they said, looking at Jungkook. Jungkook bent his neck a little and they started tying his tie around Jungkook's neck. He was smiling, looking at his wifey. His fingers were playing with his hair. He kissed his forehead and they smiled. Jungkook, I love you, my life. Jungkook's voice made Taeyong's heart flutter. He was leaned on Tae's face and his breath was getting uneven. The movement of his hand around Tae's face was melting Tae. Cook, you die, Tae hardly said because his breath was burning his face. His thumb was carrying Tae's cheeks. Their eyes were shivering. After the 7 years of marriage, he still had the effect on Tae, which made him blush and shy. Whenever he touched him or come close to him, Tae felt himself unusually bright. He never tried of making him shy, and him every touch flashed Tae's red face. Taegi, Appa, my hair. Both heard a voice. Tae, coming. They yelled and about to turn, but Jungkook grabbed his hand and stopped him. Cook, leave me. She is calling me. Jungkook, you don't have time for me now. You want a huge family, don't you? They teased him and he smiled. Jungkook, but think about your this poor husband also. He said and he pulled Tae closer and peeked his lip. They shivered under his touch. He was looking at his red face and then kissed his cheek. Jungkook, you make me crazy, wifey, he said and kissed his forehead. Go now, he said and left. They almost ran outside. They, be careful, Jungkook said, looking at him who was running toward Taegi's room. Taeyong and Jungkook were living peacefully with each other. They were happy because now they were blessed parents of 4 kids. Taeyong sometimes think that he was never that confident in this age. He was coming Taegi here when Jungkook come to the room. Appa, my lunchbox. All of three come down to the dining hall where Taeyong served breakfast to their cute family. Jungkook was reading email while having his breakfast. Jungkook looked at his father and he also started reading emails. Taegi smiled looking at her brother. JK, wifey, come, you also sit, Jungkook said, and Taeyong was about to sit when he heard the voice of crying. Tae, I think your twins will not let me have my breakfast without them, Tae said and walked toward the room. As he entered, he saw two cute little boys were crying. He went toward their cot and started caressing his cheeks. Taeyeon, Insu, Appa is here. Don't cry now, he said and picked 2-year-old Insu in his arms. Taeyeon looked at Insu, who stopped crying and was busy in looking at his Appa, like he was saying, Appa, you forget me. Tae, my son, come to Appa, Taeyeon said and picked Taeyeon also in his arm. Both were now smiling as both were now in their Appa's arm. Taeyeon and Insu were also twins like Taegi and Jungkook. They were 4 years younger than Jungkook and Taehyung. They start roaming in the room while holding his kids in his arm. JK, come to dad, JK said, and they both start clapping. They give Taeyeon and to JK because Insu was not living there. He was very attached to his appa. Jungkook, you should take care of yourself. We are going to have a new member also. Jungkook said, looking at his belly. They blushed and they both hugged each other. Thank you for giving me such precious gift, Jungkook said while kissing their forehead. They, what a life can give you, happiness, worry, but my life gave me surprise. JK agreed to marry me was the biggest surprise for me. Then I start fall for him. I never imagined him to love me. And then he surprised me by making me him. He showed his all love to me. With his every word, his every move, I was feeling his love. It's been 7 years of our wedding and I am so happy with him. While Theon was playing on the ground with his toys, Tegi was busy in her homework. I never thought that I would have a family, and I am very grateful to my God for this blessing family. They, come here. Cook called me, and I went near him. He pulled me closer to him, and I rested my head on his shoulder. He kissed my forehead, and I smiled. Jungkook, thank you for being mine. He said, and I looked up at him. Thank to you too. They. So, any name for the coming member? I asked as I put my hand on my belly. They. Jungkook. Tehi. They. You sure it's a girl? I asked, look at his eyes. Jungkook. Of course, she will be our Tehi. They. Jungkook said and I smiled. They. Where is Jungkook? I asked, look around. Tehi. Appa, he is studying. He checked business files of dad for last 3 hours. They cook. This boy is getting over from his age. I mean, he should play like other kids, but he start taking interest in business and all. I said, look at Jackie, and he was also looking worried. Jungkook, son, what are you doing here? Jungkook asked, taking step toward Jungkook. Dad, I'm checking these all figures and trying to understand them, he said, and picked again a file. Son, you should not think about it now. When you will grow up, you'll learn how to do this. But dad, I like this and see what I made, Jungkook said and showed laptop to him. JK took the laptop and started checking whatever Jungkook wrote on it. Jungkook looked at them and me. Jungkook, this? Did you figure this out? Yes, dad. Cook was looking at me and then at his laptop. You made this chart on the financial needs, JK said and Jungkook nodded. He said and I smiled. JK, you will son. JK said and took Jungkook's hand in his and both father and son walked out of the study. I was sitting there thinking about my son. If he start taking interest in business in his age of 6, then I think my son have lost his childhood. Jungkook was again busy in playing with kids and I was just watching them. Jungkook was again busy in playing with kids and I was just watching them. I looked at Insu who was sleeping peacefully in my arm. Taeyong was playing and Jungkook while Taegi was coloring some pictures. I turned to Sama, extraordinary son, Jungkook, who was again busy in his father files. I smiled, looked at my family and prayed for their best. I don't know what the coming life was bringing for us, but I really wish for the happiness of my kids and my husband. I thank my God for blessing me such happiness. I just want my kids to stay happy in their coming life.